Last week on the Pine Bluff Commercial presents The Newsroom.
Hello. Hi, this is the 911 dispatch center. We just got a missed call from this number.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the address. Someone just ran up. I was dropping my cousin off at home, and three guys came up with guns and just took her purse and took off running. They had like a machine gun.
That happened at my house to me. Like, as extreme as that was, really just happened to me a few days ago. I know in the video it seemed like a split second, but in my mind I was like, okay, let me straighten up and watch them. And then when I processed, oh, they have guns, that's when I screamed, and that's when the guy was like, shut up.
And so in that moment when he told you to shut up, like what was going through your mind?
To comply. Pine Bluff has some truths about it, some truths that we don't like. But if we don't do anything about it, they might be in the same situation I was in. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Like that level of vulnerability, those boys could have done whatever they wanted to do just from having those guns in their hands. So it looks like they came from that side street right there, and then they came along here on my tree. And then, you know, they walked as close to my house as possible so that they couldn't, or maybe so that we could not see them. And what's ironic is my landscaping is what was really hiding them, because if you look, they came around this corner listening, but because of my landscaping here, I couldn't see them. And they went along the sidewalk and walked along this way, and where that silver car is parked is where my cousin and I were standing. And it happened just that quick. This is the direction that they went in on foot, because this street is a dead end. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because right behind my house is an alley that we got closed for that very reason. We had a lot of people commute to there, but you see the overgrown lot and it's just unkept.
And so this is the route they went.
Yep, and this is Chestnut right here. And so when we came on the street, those boys go from house to house. Even though they were found at 804, which is right up here, they was walking from house to house, next door, down the street, all of that. And so later on, my husband got a phone call about they know where the purse is, and I'll show you where we found the purse at. And so when my husband got the phone call, my pastor had showed up at my house right before church, and me, my mom, my pastor, and my husband came over here to, you know, get the purse, or just to see, you know, what all was down here. This is the house they were hiding in. This is the back window that they jumped through. My purse is still down here.
Your purse is still down here. Yeah.
They burned it. That's a piece of it. Right here. What's this?
I don't know.
Hold on. Excuse me?
said, y'all need some help or something?
Oh, I'm just back here looking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I ain't know what was going on. My kids had said they seen somebody walk between that ankle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just showing her the crime scene.
Oh, you talking about when that woman got robbed?
Uh-huh.
Who was it? Was that one of y'all?
We live around here.
Yeah, I know the woman. Like I say, my auntie live right here, on the corner where the woman stayed. And like I say, I was in the house though when everything was going on, when the police, everything was out here. I seen everything when they came on the block over here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was just was tripping because I'm like, man, that's dumb. Like
Unnecessary.
it ain't even that serious though. Like people will help you if you talk. Like that's why I say my baby mama always say, why you don't be scared to tell people what's going on with us or what like. You don't never know what a person heart at or where you don't never know what a person went through in their life. They probably know how you know what I'm saying, where you at in your life.
Yeah.
They'll help you out. Like people wanna strong on take some stuff and people and stuff like that. Like it ain't even worth it. Like I done been there and done it, you know what I'm saying? So I got 2 babies of my own, but I got 6. My baby mama got 4, I got 2. So I really like I didn't stop all that. Like I'm just trying to get my life together. So like I say, when I had seen, I just thought y'all probably needed some help. I really just checking on y'all.
Yeah, and I understand. I didn't know, and
I ain't no bad prayer. Ain't nothing going on.
I appreciate you. I just had to feel you out for myself.
I'm with my little children. I'm with my two babies. My 1-year-old, my 2-year-old was in the window. Matter of fact, they said, "Daddy, somebody walking over here by ATR."
Yeah.
My little girl, cause she talk fluently just like us. She like, "Daddy, somebody walking in ATR, somebody in a green shirt." They said, I said, "Oh, let me go see them."
Yeah.
I ain't know what was going on, cause about like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, it was a man came over here on this and he was walking down the block with a whole chopper with a
At night or in the
Nah,
daytime?
in broad daylight, he was on some Sherm. He was on some Sherm, on some this juice.
Yeah.
And he was like, cause this woman came on the block and she told him to get off the block cause all our kids on the block and stuff. And he was looking weird. He was looking like he was suspicious, like he was up to something. I don't know. But she was like, you can get the book off this block. There ain't no kids on the block. We don't play that shit. Yeah. She was like, I got my gun. She was like, I will shoot the fuck out you. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, he came back through the same trail right here. Hit the trail right there. We're talking about, somebody got beat. Who got beat? He walking down the guy. He cocked that motherfucker. Me and my stepson was outside cleaning out the deep freezer. Yeah. I took, cause I got shot in my face. I got shot with a 12 gauge. I died for 8 days and came back. Wow. Yeah, I got shot with a 12 gauge. All my teeth gone and everything. Like I say, I had a feed tube in my stomach. I couldn't eat up my mouth wire shit. I had a shit bag, as they call it, for a little colostomy bag for a little while. And all that, like I say. So, like I said, I told my son, I said, you in the house, cause like instantly, when people come around with that shit, I instantly get to being flashback. I instantly get to feeling like something to happen. You know?
Well, I tell you this, we only gonna be out here for another 2 minutes. If you don't mind, can you wait? After you done told me that story, I'd rather somebody else to be out here while we out here.
What car you in?
That white one over
I watch it for you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
They been stealing tags and some more shit on the block. They been stealing tags, man, I'm talking about the whole, I don't know. This block got crazy. I'm gonna move them.
Yeah, you gotta do for your kids.
Yes, ma'am.
It's nice meeting you.
You too, what's your name?
Johnny. So this is the purse right here. This is actually my makeup bag. And some pieces of my makeup right here.
Wow.
And so when we got the call, we called the police. And in the meantime, my pastor was looking around and he found some shoes and a backpack over here. Looks like a backpack. Okay, that's something new, but this is where it was. And the gun, one of the guns was over here, and then another gun was in the backpack. Then the police came and they called crime scene, and crime scene came and bagged it up.
So is this or do you know if this is like a prevalent area where a lot of crime happens, or where they put evidence from crime?
I just think it's a convenient alley that got just full of trash, and then nobody upkeeps clearly.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Are these homes all owned by the same property owner?
Yes, they are. They started out as a development by a local businessman. then it was sold to, or transferred, I want to say, to his daughter or granddaughter, and then it was sold to somebody that was from Pine Bluff that lived somewhere else. And I remember that man called me like a year and a half ago, and he was saying he just fed up with the type of tenants that he get, and he was going to sell it to a company in Florida. So I don't know if he did that or not, but since I've talked to him, it has gotten worse and worse, this street over here. But as you can see, I'm right across from the police department, the post office, city hall. I mean, I'm right downtown. But you can see, look at that.
And people live in these homes.
And you can see look at this. And you're gonna see a shift when I get on my street as far as just how property is up here.
And so that more or less is code enforcement.
It's code enforcement, but I'll be honest with you, it's so bad. It's out of hand. You know, it's no way that they can even catch up unless we were to give them like 20 more employees. But this is my street.
Yeah, it's like we're in another city.
It does. And this is my house right here.
Yeah.
It has me processing my reality different. Like, I don't look at my landscaping as this beautiful greenery anymore. I look at it as like these bushes are obstructing my view for safety now. You know, it's something. It's really making me look at my environment different. And I think that's the part that ruins the spirit of communities, when your whole personality adjusts to trauma. You know, when you can't even look at things just for what they are, you got to look at it and see if something bad was to happen, is this in the way, rather than, oh, that's a pretty rose bush. But you know, when we were just at the alley and that young man approached us, I had the thought in my mind that these young boys, more specifically these young black boys, they don't understand the damage that they're doing to our culture and our race, because they're making everybody, not just other races, even their own race, in fear of the young black male. And that guy in that alley was just as kind. And you know, I was able to see, if you have to live in these certain type of neighborhoods because you don't have no option, you are a victim just as much as I am, because you don't have an option to move like I do. I can pack up and leave, but that's all they have. That's all they have to raise their children in, and it's a never-ending cycle. You know, that was filthy back there. Who wants that to be the neighborhood that you live in? And it's just it's just unfortunate all the way around. And I don't even know, honestly, I don't even think this interview is gonna help. You know, I hope that the least that it does is that people like me, regular citizens, that we start advocating for our darn selves, that we start exposing the things we're going through in our life, just dealing with in this community, and that we start being real and open and honest about it, and stop caring about what people are going to think, because it's really now a matter of life and death. I really do feel that, because at the end of the day, they still know where I live, you know. And so we just got to be careful, look at our surroundings, and just figure out what's the best move. Put you first. Put you before your community. It just is what it is.
What is it for you? Or what is it going to be for you moving forward? So,
I'm not shocked that somebody got robbed in my neighborhood. You know, it's just so happened it was me this time. This is what I've always somewhat have known, that could happen. I didn't think we were to the point it would be that extreme though. You know, I thought it, you know, one person with a gun or stealing something off your property, not just straight barrel of a gun, gunpoint, 3 different people. For me, it's been more so confirmation, confirming some decisions I made, like not seeking re-election. You know, it makes a lot of things make more sense, and it's gonna allow me to move differently with some things I'm gonna pursue in the future, because I don't ever want to be in a situation like that again, because I couldn't imagine how I would feel if I saw a video of my loved one in that situation. You know, it would break my heart.
So you're not giving up on Pine Bluff, you just got some different decisions and choices that you're gonna make.
I'm not giving up on Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff is what it is. You know, I've always accepted this city for exactly what it is. So that happening didn't crush a hope or vision I had for this city. But I do think, like I said, let this be a warning to everybody, to especially elected officials and people in high positions that are planning different things and stuff. This stuff out here is real. And no matter what you do, if we're not addressing our true issues that's affecting people every single day, like if you were to pull up our police reports and actually report all of them every day, y'all wouldn't have time for the news. And we got to stop being ashamed of that. That comes with communities. The part that we need to be ashamed of is not doing something about it.
Okay, any last words or conclusions to end?
Yeah, I guess one of the biggest headaches when something like this happens is getting all your cards and all your stuff back in order. You don't understand how much you rely on your cell phone and stuff like that. So I went into AT&T and I was like, I need a new phone on this account. And they was like, ma'am, do you have your ID? I said, no. And I said, but I have my credit card, my name on it, I can verify my account. And when I gave them the credit card, it was one of the burn ones. So they're looking at me like, you know, like I'm trying to scam them. But it was really hard. It took me 2 days just to like cut cards off, because you know, you're talking to the automated system and they're like, okay, your card has been lost or stolen. What is the card number? And I'm like, customer service operator. So it's just so much that comes with it that people probably don't even think about. But hey, if I got a brain and a wherewithal to even call somebody and a life in my body to get a new phone, it is what it is. I'll take that over any other scenario that could have happened.
So you said previously, because you're trying to basically restructure everything and get everything in order, you haven't really processed the...
I haven't had a moment to be still. I haven't. My mind has been constantly going, you know, moving stuff around and stuff like that. So, so far, I'm doing good. You know, my husband killed a bug the other day and I jumped. But outside of that, I haven't really had any trauma that I could see. So.
Or that you recognize.
Yeah, that I recognize. Yeah, was that a dig? Like, you don't see it yet. But yeah, I look forward to being able to sit still this weekend. But like I told you, the feeling of gratefulness for just being alive and knowing that God was all in the midst of that situation, it has overpowered most negativity. It really has, so.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, and hopefully this will become a revelation to those who watch, and to see the seriousness of what we are dealing with in this community. And hopefully this will encourage and motivate people to start coming up with some preventative solutions.
Yeah, and I want our young women to stop harboring fugitives. Okay, if he's sleeping on the couch and you going to work every day and all of that, get him out the house, you know, because y'all are a part of the problem. Y'all are the behind the scenes that's enabling these people to do the things that they do. So stop that.